What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 44 of Beyond the Finish Line, a running podcast that dives deep into the stories that transcend far beyond the distance. I'm your host, Joe Harden. I'm a passionate trail runner myself. I'm whether you're an elite, a back of the pack grinder like me. This is your space to learn, grow, and be inspired. Today, I got a super special guest, man, Mr. Moving and Grooving himself, Cameron Balser. You know, I met Cam. God, it's been a couple of years now. At Prairie on Fire, it was my first 50K, and I actually ran side by side with Cam. I mean, God, I don't know, 16 miles or so that day, I would say. And I knew there was something special about the guy. And if you know Cam, he's done some incredible things. I mean, last year ran the perimeter of the country. I mean, just he basically did like a pilgrimage around the country, spreading love, hope. It was one of the most inspiring seen. Uh, um, I just can't wait to done some incredible things. He's an incredible human. If what you see on social media is what you get in real life. Cam is just a genuine guy. He's caring. He's loving. He's just out there spreading love and hope. And without further ado, I'm just going to bring Cam forward, and we're just going to chit chat. He's got some like exciting stuff coming up. I'm really stoked. So cool. What's up, man?
Nothing too
I
much,
accident
man.
yeah, I accidentally like closed my notes, so like didn't have my intro for the show, but I just winged it and it worked. So
Yeah,
so there
man.
we are.
No, I mean that was beautiful said. I appreciate it, and it's great to be back on here and talk to you again, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. Like we met at Prairie on Fire. I wrote, and then I wrote that story about you. That story has been clicked on a bunch of times. Like, that's one of the most read stories I think I've written. It was like such a cool interview. I talked to you when you were in like Texas, I think. It's like one of the coolest interviews I've ever done because you were running in the night in Texas, and it was just really special, and the mission was special. So
Yeah.
since it's been a while since you've been on the show, I was thinking if you would, if anybody doesn't know who you are, like introduce yourself, and we can talk a bit about what you did around the perimeter of the country a little bit. I know you got some exciting stuff coming on, and I don't know, man. Let's just introduce
hmm
yourself, maybe give a rundown of that, and then we'll just talk running.
Yeah, I'm. My name's Cameron Balser. Currently, right now, I live in Kokomo, Indiana, and yeah, uh, yeah. I don't know what. Sorry, I don't know really. Yeah, what else to say? Sorry, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we could a bit of internet died. Oh, I think my internet. Sorry about that.
I, oh no, you're good, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Kokomo,
Oh, go
Indiana.
ahead, Cam. Sorry about that. I think my
I'm an ultra athlete. I absolutely love to run. It's been a passion of mine since I was a young kid, since I first started running, which was eighth grade year is when I really first got into running, and it's something that anytime I've gotten away from it, I've always bounced back to it. I think what you love to do it always is calling your name. And for a while, I stopped running because I didn't know if it was just something I did or it was something who I am. And it's just something that really gives me a chance to connect with myself and connect with others. I mean, with running, it's just such a you're out there doing something, especially when we run the backyard where we met. You're finding new limits, man, and to be able to share that with other people is it's a really beautiful experience. And I've fallen in love with running for just running. It's not. I achievements have I've had really nice achievements and being able to experience that, but and those those things kind of happen when you are very passionate about something, you know, and you're doing what you love to do. There's magic in that. So
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. You said something there that just really like, last year I was really struggling with like burnout and just like there were some times I'm like, am I still gonna keep doing this? Like, why am I doing this? And I just started really focusing on like why I was even out there and just kind of shedding all the other metrics that come with running and just kind of learning to just love what I'm doing. And that's been like the biggest epiphany I've had. And that just happened just like 6 months ago. I all seem effortless to me at this point because it's just, yeah, you're just like in love with what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. It's funny. Like for a while, I was like running without anything. So I was doing. There's some days I'd be running 20 or 50 miles without even, just off the grid. And a lot of people say, if it's not on Strava, did you do it? I was like, well, if a tree falls, I think the birds hear it. So yeah, I've been in there too. Like there was a while where I took a break as well because I think anything though if you can get a little burnout with anything if you're doing anything. It's like finding
Yeah.
the right reason why you're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, coming off of your journey, like around the country, 11,000 was it 11 or
Yeah,
11,600 miles, whatever. Yeah, yeah. So coming off of that, and then like you went through that period where you took like a break from running, and now you're coming back to it. What do you think like changed? Like maybe not like the actual act of loving or running, but maybe what changed internally coming off of such a big effort, taking a break, and then now coming back to running. Has anything like have you like evolved in any way with your running? Like
uh, y-
maybe mentally?
y- yeah, definitely. I mean, I think when you do something, I mean, I was watching someone just finish their first 100 miles, and you do if you're not ready for that, that kind of transition into like you're not doing anything anymore, you can definitely get kind of a little of like just a little bit of depression and stuff like that because there was so much excitement every day and it kept growing and growing and growing. And it was a little bit challenging because I always, I had so many people who say like, "What's next? What's next?" And when I was done, I was at a point where I was just like I felt fulfilled and I just felt a little out of place because I'm like yeah on a serious note I felt like I was good for a long time and I was like I could probably live in a shack and just live by myself for a little bit but yeah it was interesting and I just didn't know what was next and I, I don't know it was just it was something I had never felt before so it was very interesting to go through
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that is interesting. Feeling fulfilled. That's cool.
yeah, and and it was really nice to like, because when you get done with a race, especially like when we went back to Jackson County, and because I got to, yeah, I went out way too hard last year or the year before, and to get back there and like it just felt good to come back out there and actually get it done.
Yeah. Man, what a freaking gauntlet of a course, dude. The mud was
Oh
crazy.
man, it was yeah 2 mile. I think about 2 miles of just like it was like a cornfield, right? Like it was like you would see when you saw people get to that point, you just see their faces and they're just like, oh man. Because when we get back down that loop and people like, you got to go back out there. I was like, because you would look at somebody, you're like, oh, I know, like that section, and it's the incline and decline is pretty wild. It's not like when you're out west and there's not like switchbacks like that, or like there's not grades like it seemed like 30-40%, right? Like you can't run down that kind of steep stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah, I think my watch told me like 34% on one of those climbs. Like it's wild.
yeah,
Yeah, no switchbacks. That mud was just
no,
crazy. I was so tired of my shoes being muddy. My feet were
oh
wet
yeah,
for 18 hours.
yeah, and honestly, it was so many because someone was like looking at my shoes. They're like, "Are you in R1s from Mount to Coast?" I was like, "Yeah, I did have the Speed Goats because I just don't have the trail shoe from Mount to Coast yet." But I was running those because the mud. Because once I get to the mud, the Speed Goats are a little heavy, so it felt like I was wearing
Yeah.
20 pounds. So I was like, it was so muddy, it didn't you couldn't grip anyway. So I was like, I just switched those on after the I think second loop. And I was like, dude, I'm running these, man. And it was just, yeah, it was insane. It remind me of when I was at Potawatomi in Peoria, Illinois, and it got so rained out. When me and TJ were out there, and it those moments. Every time I got to that mud, I just laughed, like because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like if you go into it like defeated, you're not gonna look forward to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I wore the Mount Coast H1s for Jackson this year.
Oh
And
wow,
that's a yeah, so I've been doing my so you like I run commute to work, and I've been training for Vol State, so I've been doing like a ton of road miles. And that's what I've been wearing for road running, trail running. I mean, I actually even hopped on my treadmill with those on. It's a like the hybrid, the trail road hybrids or whatever.
yeah.
So I ran Jackson in those, and they held up beautifully. Like, I mean, obviously they were heavy as shit when when they were caked in mud, but
Oh yeah,
so yeah, yeah,
and it was really like a clay mud. Like it did stick to your shoe. Like I said, this like when people, it was just the funniest moment. People looking at each other and just grunting just to get past. Especially at night, they're just like, "Oh man." At least at night, it did get a little bit more solid. But yeah, it was just very interesting. But yeah, a lot of fun though.
yeah. That's a race I'll do every year. To me, that's like a homecoming to me to some extent. So
And it just
so how does it? Yeah,
and a just good
go
a
go ahead,
good
Cam. Sorry about
a
that.
good test. It's a really,
Yeah,
if you're in Indiana, I haven't done the Nomstead or anything else that I'll get down there. But if you're wanting to run, because I've ran Old Dominion out in Virginia, because a lot of people want to go to Western States, but I tell you what, I was Carl Meltzer. You obviously you know him. He told me to go out and
yeah.
run Old Dominion when me and TJ were getting some good details when I first got into running. But I went out there and dude, it, I probably because the course was muddy, but Jackson was harder than that Old Dominion, and it gets. I mean, you're in the Appalachians out there, so there's some crazy sections. But I was like, if you can do this, you can go out there in that 100 mile at Old Dominion and really rock it. Like it's a tough course
Oh,
for
nice.
Indiana. Like I was like, wow, and I ran around the country. I was like, this is wild. But it was so
Yeah,
beautiful,
it gave
right?
me
Like when
yeah, it's
you
gorgeous.
got to the very top, I always look forward to that because I was like, "Oh my gosh, you can see everything."
You can see everything.
You know
I my favorite part is at night getting to the top, and you can see like the town,
Yeah,
and it's just like I mean, I just imagine they're like cozy in their homes,
yeah.
and like here we are like
It,
just just busting up this big ass climb.
and they're probably like, "What is up there? Who's up there with those lights?" Because that's all you would see at night. Like I was crazy. I'm like, "Oh, there's some lights." I would actually look forward to seeing some lights because once it got later in the night, sometimes I didn't see hardly anybody until I got to the aid station.
Yeah. It's, yeah, that gave me a good little conference. So that's my second uh, Jackson County, and then I've got Knob in the 50 miler. So that gave me a nice little boost. And then for 100 miler until after I'm gonna, and then Vol State is kind of my big key, my big thing right now. So
Hmm.
it might just be focusing. It's definitely like a nice guns booster
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, yeah, and yeah, dude, you're gonna have so much fun doing that. I know. I think TJ did that race, and that's definitely appealing to me because it's just I'm a freestyle kind of ultra runner. I'm a little bit, different in that aspect. I do like races, but I do like it's like an art, creating your kind of own thing, and we're in such a good time that you're able to do that. If you show passion in what you do and people join you with that, and I've been very blessed and grateful for that those opportunities to be able to do that. So
Yeah, that's been my favorite thing to do now is like maybe not so much worrying about like pinning on a bib, but just kind of like putting together my own little routes and stuff like that. That's
hmm
been I've had more fun doing that than I have training for anything else. So I could see how
yeah.
that's like appealing, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you almost go back to like when I first started training, like or just in high school. I was like, I didn't even have a watch for until I didn't even have a watch in college. So like that wasn't even a thing. People were logging stuff on Strava when I was in college. So it's like it's a very interesting dynamic, like how that's completely changed. Like when you did see somebody with a watch logging stuff, you're like, wow, what is that, man?
Yeah, now it's so weird to see like I run with a guy that doesn't have a watch that doesn't log anything. It's just like, wow, man, like it kind of looks freeing actually. It's like
Oh, it
you don't
is.
have
I
any
mean,
yeah.
there was plenty of weeks where I was running like 200-mile weeks without, doing it, just out there really, like really just feeling how I feel. And because it's just like any social media. It's like they have when the internet came, it was like a FOMO thing instantly. You knew different people, what they were doing, and it's instant comparison. If you can't get out of that comparison, which is hard, it's like it's just what we do. It's humans do that. So it is kind of nice to go out there and just like enjoy some miles. And it in those moments I can just like I see more things, like I'm not trying to get somewhere. I'm right where I need to be when I'm running. So it's
Oh
pretty cool.
yeah.
Like I'll be like, wow, I didn't notice I ran this road 1,000 times, man, in Kokomo, but I didn't see that house or something, or this mural that was over here that who knows who painted this. But it's like, yeah, it's a whole different aspect. But I also like I've ran some really, me and TJ really worked on working when I went to Old Dominion. And I've also enjoyed that as well. It's finding that happy balance with that. And it
Yeah, I
takes
could see
time.
that.
Just takes time, like not getting too serious, but you can have fun and be serious too. It's just it's gotta it's to me it's always alignment in what you're doing. And if it feels true and you don't even think about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I could see how it's like it is cool to have like a nice balance of like having fun, but also like knowing like also being able to throw down when it feels
Yeah.
good, you know.
And you're having fun when you're throwing down, right?
Yeah,
Like
oh yeah, yeah.
you're like, I've had those phases. I remember, yeah, when I was at Old Dominion, I was the last 6 miles is down this mountain. And dude, I was rocking and rolling. Like there was a guy with the lights to like do the thing, and he was like, "Man, you were moving." I was like, "Dude, I just felt great, man." And you just have that huge smile. I don't get a lot of speed in me right now, but it felt good to run like 6:30 pace, and at the end of that run. So
Oh hell yeah, that's cool. So how does that so I guess I'm curious, like looking back, like you've had all this time to kind of reflect on, what you did around the country. I guess have you like learned anything new about yourself or like about that project? Like as you've matured out of that project, now you're looking at new stuff. What are like the new lessons that you're still learning about that run?
Um, just like I felt what was nice about that run is like every day I felt like I was like shedding a thing of like what, how I should fit into society. And it was just like I didn't realize how much I was the mental aspect, how much that I got rid of, Yeah, I didn't realize it was harder to hold on than to let go of things. And then like once I was able to just like really go back through things, and I used to not dream that much, and it was crazy. I would have dreams about things that I forgot that I was going through, and to actually be able to go through those and like face myself in those, and just writing on paper like some of the lies I was telling myself, like I'm not good enough, or shame, or you know, trying to. I mean, at one point in my life, I wasn't using running, so I was using anything I could get myself to distract myself. Whether that be alcohol, drugs, anything. I mean, I was just like, I didn't like the version I was, and I was trying to get away from that. So it was nice to not have to do that anymore. And that's why I looked at my running too, because I'm like, am I using this to get away from myself? And I really thought about that too as I got back, and I'm like, no, this is something true to me. Like this is something, and it's just the synchronicities and all that. I'm like, this is what I'm born to do, and it's 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 nice to know that, like to know
Yeah.
what you're here for, and to make your own thing. And you know, I am a lot, maybe a little bit different than the average person and stuff like that. And I don't need much to live, like because I'm like I'm just happy with like what's with I know everything I need is within me. So it's like, and to have that kind of peace is really nice. And the only time I really, get off at that is just like maybe someone, just say something or anything like that because I'm just a little bit different. But I just I just feel true to myself finally. And that really, and almost, it's so weird to actually feel bad for feeling good. And I've finally gotten over that because sometimes,
Oh, good.
when you come out of recovery over anything, you feel bad for feeling good. I'm like, why am I feeling bad? Like, I
Yeah.
feel good. Like, Cameron, it's okay to feel good. Like, and it's just felt, and I finally got over that. And that was a big hump. Like, it's like, wow, okay, like I can feel good and I don't have to feel bad for feeling good. I know that sounds crazy, but it just is
Yeah.
how I felt.
Yeah, I totally get that, man. I mean, like as you know, I've talked about it, a lot. As I've got, um, I guess almost 7 years of sobriety, and it's like I felt bad about feeling good, and then I felt like if I felt too good, something bad would happen to me, and then
Yeah.
I had like a weird like survivor's guilt. 'Cause, like, there was
Yeah.
people that I ran around with that didn't make it out of, addiction. So then I felt bad about that, and then, it took me a long time, like you said, it took me a long time to be like, "Hey, you're okay to, like it's okay if you feel good about, like, being sober and, like, being happy." It is
Yeah.
wild to get out of that, yeah.
Yeah. And it took some time. Like, I mean, it takes the same time as the conditioning you were conditioning yourself with to do it. So I mean, I've really like, I've been kind of a hermit, but I really took this time to really like think what's true to me, because if I can get rid of all those kind of things that I was holding on to, I can see the world as it is, not through my shame, my guilt. If you opened me up, you wouldn't see that I was shameful or anything like that. And you just get to see the world as it is, and then you get to love the world as it is. And it's like it's a beautiful expression when you have that. And it's like it's nice to be at that place. Like, and I like I said, I finally don't feel bad for feeling good. So it's like it's nice. That's all I
Yeah.
can say. Like I finally feel happy, and finally went through the things I need to go through. Obviously, life is the way it is, but I know right now, like, it's my reaction to whatever happens, like, it's just how I react to anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's beautiful that you've been able to, like, kind of like uncover that, I mean, not just through running, but just through like the way that you're kind of living too. Like it seems very like very intentional and like
Hmm.
you're very yeah, it feels like you've opened like maybe it's even opened you up more to like be able to
Hmm.
process that kind of stuff. I mean, I know running doesn't do all that. You've obviously been working through that. Like that's kind of part of like recovery and like overcoming mental health stuff, which like I battled with that stuff too. And I think that's just I think that running's obviously a big key in that, but I mean, there's still a lot of work you have to do outside of just running miles. So I think it's great you've been able to like get there too.
Yeah, no, it is such a nice place, because you don't realize the weight you put on yourself mentally and how much it can actually feel like actual weight. Like, it feels like I can see the world in a different color. I can smell better. I'm dreaming again. Like, I was so stressed still, even after my run. Like, I still was like in that kind of, like, you would think, like, even after that, like, hey, he would have really found himself. But I was still holding on to a lot of resentment and a lot of pain that was in my past that I almost was scared to let go, because I thought it was like so much a part of me. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, if I want to not just be the best version for myself, but for the ones around me. Like I just got to the point I like I'm not scared to face those things anymore. Like I'm ready to look at those things, and a lot of that fear was just like, as I've said, told many people, it's false evidence appearing real. It wasn't the truth. It was just something. A lot of those mental patterns are passed down, and it's like it's just been passed down from our parents, our grandparents, or just society in general. It seems like, especially now, we have to suffer in order to be happy. But to me, and hopefully it brings a different view, I think you don't have to. You can just follow what you love to do, and you can go through that and enjoy life through that rather than just suffer and try to, you know, whatever, what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, that's something that I kind of came to the realization of. I was just using up so much energy to like be mad and like hold on to like resentment. I just like, and it was just like spinning my wheels, and I was just
Yeah,
like, all right, like obviously this isn't getting anywhere. So it's been nice to like shed that. So
yeah, because I almost
yeah,
felt
100%, man.
I almost felt crazy. I'm like, I'd wake up with the same kind of thoughts I was going to bed with, and honestly, what really helped me is just writing it down. And then, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, is going in and I have this little mirror where I'm sitting right in front of me and talking to myself. As crazy as that sounds, out there was nice. I got to know who I am. I'm by myself for
Yeah.
probably 95% of it, and I really got to know myself. And like it almost had that childlike state where I was like, I'm having fun. Like I could just sit there and be by myself and that's crazy. Like I said, and talk to myself and ask how I'm doing. And be like, hey, and actually, beautifully be proud of myself. And that was a big thing because I hadn't been.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and that's a really special thing to have.
Yeah, that's something I'm still working on, man. It's like, it's a process,
Yeah,
it's yeah, it's not linear, and it's something I'm just gonna have to keep chugging away
yeah,
at, man.
because you deserve it.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I'm curious about, because like I think I asked this the last time we talked, and I'm curious now that you're farther removed away from your last big run, the perimeter, is what have you learned about people? Like, I think I asked you this a year ago, and now I'm curious now. I wonder if the answer has changed at all. Like, what have you learned about people along this big journey? Because you had people, the outpouring of people that like met you, and like it was just so cool to watch, man. People were like tagging you in
Hmm.
stories. It was like it really it changed how I look at the world,
Yeah.
because I was just like, wow. So I'm just curious, like, reflecting back on it now, like, do you still feel the same way?
Oh,
Like, just are you
completely.
still in all of it? Yeah,
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 completely. Because people literally meeting you where they're at. And, I say people and places and situations are going to show you where you're not free. So it's like if someone makes you upset, there might be a piece of that you're upset with yourself. And like when you find that peace within yourself, you can actually see those people. Even when my journey, I had more positive, but even with those negativities, it's nothing to do with you, unless you did something. But it's I see people for where they're at now. Like I can, and because I've stepped away from, and I still have those things. I still have negative thoughts and stuff like that. But I'm able to actually feel through those, then rather than like well, when we go through this, like when I was going through my party phase, distract myself. I'm okay to sit with myself, but gen- people just want to be loved and they want to feel secure. And right now, at a time, people don't really trust themselves. Like you're almost taught in society not to trust yourself, like it, to trust your nature, like who you are, like, and you are, you're, y- it was like, I finally found that what I was looking for, I already had, and if I keep looking for, I'm never going to find it. And it was, you know, and I just know people they're just where they are and I can see them for that. And the overall with humanity, they're beautiful. they're so kind and loving. We just don't get to see that because we're in a world that separation makes us weak. But when we do come together, we're very strong, and as an individual, we are very strong. Like if we light up our little bit of darkness, the world gets a little bit brighter, you know.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like you kept looking, and you couldn't find it until you like till you kind of sat with yourself. Is kind of
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's profound, man. That's good stuff.
it is, yeah, because it's like I just like if you're looking out, it's like trying to find your glasses on your head, you know.
Yeah.
You'll never find it, like because you already have it, you know, like. And I know that that sounds so simple, and with my journey with coming back, I've came back and made life simple, like with everything. I've went back to the core of who I am. What's, even with my nutrition and all that, I fasted a lot because I was dealing with a lot of health issues when I came back. Just because I was eating not the greatest. I was by the end of it, I was eating a little bit better because I could, had the ability to. But I just went back to like, what does my body need? What does my mentality need? What does my spirit need? And you know just to get to know myself. And I mean, we don't really learn how to really take care of our body, in a very
No.
good sense. And I really had to learn that. And like, I was taking supplements. Now I don't hardly even I take a few supplements, but I get everything through my food. And just connecting with my food again, like, because that's a very powerful thing. You are what you eat. You wouldn't put, tar in a car, and just those small things. And it's made but I've also, what I really noticed is like, I could do all those things, but if my mental state isn't good, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm still going to have those struggles. You know, when you have it dis-ease in the body, it's going to cause disease, like, so like, yeah. So it's nice to be where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's interesting. That's something I've been focusing on too. When I first started, like on my weight loss journey, I was like, I had my diet like dialed in, man. I was pretty much all whole food. And I went, I went plant based like uh, 3 years ago, and then I started running longer distance and ultras, and it feels like my diet kind of slipped. Like,
Hmm.
I caught myself eating like I was at an aid station, but I was like sitting at home. So
Yeah.
I've been having to pull back and really focus on whole foods again. Man, it's tough. Like to your point, it's like nobody taught us that stuff. Like
No.
how to get basic nutrition through your food, because it's just like
Yeah.
if you can't meet those needs, like we'll go buy all these supplements and pills and stuff, and it is kind of
And
crazy. Like
yeah, yeah, and those are our, like, just because I've dove deep into everything with my food, and those things are like, they are great, but they're like not the true form. Like, I think to me, you want to get as raw and real as with your food, and to me, it's just more important too, because with you doing that, you're taking care of not just you, but the outside world, the planet, and stuff like that, and the animals and all that. Like, it's just, what's within is without, like, it's just that way. And it's felt nice to like I have my little sunspot shop. Like, that's all I do for my food. And like, when people are like, "How do we get our power back?" We shop local. We do things in the community. Like, we can, like, and we take care of our health. And then we can take when we do that, the doctors don't have to take care of this huge chronic illness thing that's going on. And I get why it's going on, because we haven't been taught, but there's more awareness now that we can. And when we do that, they can do more to take care of the people that are real sick, that, because I'm not against medicine. Like, I know it's needed,
yeah,
but they don't can't keep up right now. Like, I know nurses, like, they're like, it's insane, like, what's going on right now. So when we take care of ourselves, it really gives us opportunity to do more. And yeah.
yeah. I mean, like absolutely, I agree. It's like um, yeah, I mean, all I ever knew before, like, I started trying to take better care of myself was, well, your blood pressure is high, so here's like a pill. instead of, well,
Hmm.
take sodium out and like eat a balanced diet. Like, it's, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, it's it's crazy how hard it is to get healthy before before you're sick. It's like crazy. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just, so that's been so that just strikes me, because that's been, I've been trying to get it back, man. It's like, it's been so tough. Like, but
It,
yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I used to be so dialed in, and then it got away from me. So I'm like
yeah,
finally getting
and it's
better. But
it's giving yourself that grace to be okay, because I've done it too, like where I bounce back and I'm eating Pop Tarts, and I always think, there's what trillions of cells inside me that don't have a choice, but I do have that choice. And it's like I even think about those things, those cells in there, like, hey guys, like when I eat something good, or like when I shop at Sunspot, I feel good. Like it's just a snowball effect. Like I'm like, and then I'm cooking the food. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I grew stuff in the garden. Me and my mom have done sourdough. We do our own kimchi and stuff. I do sprouts. I love sprouts, and it's like I now I'm not just eating to eat. Like I'm not even on a schedule really. Like I eat when I need to eat. Like I don't. It doesn't have to be breakfast, lunch. That kind of thing. Like I just listen. I get to know my body again. Like I really have gotten to know like what my body needs and what it doesn't need. And when I fasted and introduced the stuff that doesn't work, I could tell. Like I could tell, hey, this is not good for me. So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite sprout? What
I broccoli sprouts right now. I've needed to try,
broccoli sprouts?
but broccoli sprouts are just, and they're just a nutrient like
Yeah,
dense food. Like I love
yeah,
those, and I'm like, what's crazy is all you do is soak it in water, and it comes from like there's nothing else, and it's one of the most nutritious things in the world. I'm like, and when I grew that plant, I'm just like, I saw the beauty of time and everything. Like because people like even when I go to the store, like I get a potato, but there's so much more that goes in that potato. Like it came from the ground, someone had to drive it there. Like there's energy, like so much that goes into that. And I'm like, when I buy it, I'm like, I think about that stuff. I know it's
yeah.
like a hippie kind of thing, but I'm like, man,
No,
and the sun had to hit the ground, like, and this potato had to survive thousands of years or however just to get to my plate. Like like, and I look at it and I always like say a little thank you, like even if like especially if I eat meat,
yeah,
I have reverence on that. I'm like, it's kind of like Avatar when he like they kill the
yeah,
animal and they pray. It's like because I know it's like something had to give its life for me to be able to, because I felt that in the road. Like when people would give me food, I saw how far I could go. So it was like I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, because like I can go like 20 more miles. Like I knew how far I could go. So it really meant a lot to me. And I really was able to hold that after. And I'm like, I really hold reverence on like when I do eat and be kind of present with that.
yeah. Man, you'll definitely give me some more to think about when I like prepare something, like where it came from and what all it had to go through to get there. I think
It's
so.
all,
Yeah. So to add to the sprout thing, I think, right, like I'll send you pictures of my sprouting setup. I got like these two big jars that I sprout in, but
yeah.
I
Do
usually
that.
do alfalfa sprouts, so, or mung bean sprouts. I love mung bean sprouts,
I
but
see. I need to get on that. I've seen them at Sunspot, and I will. Yeah,
yeah,
like I tell everybody, go to your local store. And the thing is, like, when you take when you're eating better and stuff like that, you don't eat. I don't need to eat near as much. Like, and thing is, if you're doing that too, you don't even have to work out as much. Like, you're just efficient. Like, you can get in shape real quick, which is nice. And I've been running, hundreds of miles a week, and I don't have any inflammation or anything like that. Like, there's no pain in my joints like it was when I was out there on the road. I just I'm more flexible now, which is crazy to be able to run more and be flexible. Like I'm able to do these like I always do the squat thing like in the morning when I wake up, like because it's really good for blood flow. And I'm like, I never used to be able to do these things. And it was, I'll say, when it was nice, I was doing grounding. I hug trees.
yeah,
I do all that kind of stuff. I do my little sun mantra in the morning, like thank you for coming up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just
I love
yeah,
that.
just hold or like water. Water's very important to me. I let my water sit out in the sun because it structures the water. Or like if
Ooh,
there's a moon, if the moon's out, I have my moon water. And
nice,
that might
cool.
just be a placebo thing, but I just I know astrology. There's certain things like when a full moon or a new moon, you let go, or you want to set up your next 2 weeks. You have intentions. So I always, yeah,
Oh, I love that. I'll have
I've
to look
really
into that.
dove in
That's
that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
I
might
love that stuff, man. Yeah.
yeah, and it might just be like just having that guidance, and it might just be that placebo, but in healthcare, 30-50% of placebo is that it's that effective. Like it's crazy how strong this thing is. Like your body
Yeah.
follows the mind. And we
Yeah,
know
like the
that
power
because
of
we're all
suggestion, right? Yeah.
yeah, we're ultra athletes, so we know that because we know the mind carries us through those races.
I believe that, like, like I try to drink like a shot of apple cider vinegar in the morning. And
Hmm.
if I skip it, it's like I know, like my mind knows that I skipped it, and then I feel a little bit different. And then
Yeah,
but when
like
I do, yeah, yeah. So
I do the same thing. Like, well, I don't do a shot of apple cider vinegar. I do have I'll have like a mason jar, and I'll do the apple cider vinegar, like 2 teaspoons. I put lemon, and then I'll put salt in there as well. And it's
ooh,
like it, it opens your cells up and wakes you up. And I'll put turmeric and black pepper and cayenne in there as well, just because black pepper helps you absorb any nutrients. So black pepper is really good for any sort of food. So if you want to absorb it better, black pepper is a good thing to add to it.
okay.
And turmeric's a good for inflammation, but you need black pepper for it to be able to absorb
Ah,
that
okay.
turmeric. So I think I have one, yeah, next to my bed. I always drink that first thing in the morning. And I do spirulina. That's really good for your skin, for you to absorb sunlight, because the sun's very important for us.
Yeah,
Just
spirulina
small
tastes
things.
good too. Yeah. Yeah, so I usually put turmeric. I always make like I eat like the most boring lunch every single day. It's usually like I just like cook like a 2-pound thing of pinto beans every Sunday, and that's just like
Hmm.
my lunch. I just do like quinoa and pinto beans for lunch, and I'll
I
like
love
hammer.
quinoa.
Yeah, I do too. And I'll like hammer turmeric on top of it, but I've never put pepper on there, so maybe that's when where I'm messing up. So
Yeah, it's
I'll
just
definitely be adding pepper.
yeah, yeah, it helps absorb that, and pepper's really good for anything. Yeah, it's yeah, just those things. I've really dove in those things, and I've tried them out so many times that I know, at least for me, I can't say it's going to work for anybody, but it's worth a shot. I know when like I said, if I miss that with that apple cider vinegar, I can definitely tell. Like, and it's like people don't realize the way you feel is your microbiome really has a say in that. Like
Yeah.
there's a second mind in your stomach. And it's like
Oh yeah.
and it makes sense. Like that's your sun. That's why they call solar plexus. Like if you're throwing garbage in it, it's gonna, it's definitely, but so there's sometimes I know intention too, because like when I was out on the road, someone would buy me Wendy's, and and this might just be just in my head, but I felt the love in that I didn't feel bad, and that this might be in my head, but I just knew like, oh, thank you, like, and I was just, just flame it down, and I didn't feel bad for eating it, and that might just because I was in I was going, but I think our mental thing I think we're a lot more powerful than I even know yet. And that's why I'm wanting to do more and to find that out. Because I think
Yeah,
it all stems here. I mean, we can mentally make ourselves sick, and we can mentally get out of it. Like change your thoughts, change your life, right?
absolutely. Yeah, it's like amazing if you're like around someone that doesn't feel good, and then you're like, maybe I don't feel very good. It's like it's
Y-
amazing how you can like spiral into like feeling ill just from
Yeah.
like the thought of it. But yeah,
Even when we had like, or when we were in our things with trying to use stuff to distract ourselves, how bad you can feel,
yeah. Um, well, okay, so something I want to get into because you've got something exciting coming up. And I'm man, like, yeah, you've got me fired up. I saw the map on your stories today, so I'm just like, oh, like we're getting to like final planning stages.
Yes.
So just so tell us what you're doing. Like this is so cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's just something that's really spoke to my heart and something that really feels like it's aligned with me. But going for the world record for across America. It's definitely something. And what's really important to me is just really the mental and physical. And when we do take care of ourselves, I think we really forgot the true power that we do have. Like, I do a lot of studying with animals because technically we are. And when I got to run across around the country, I was with animals, and they, dude, if you knew what butterflies would do, they would put us to shame in the distance they go. And I know that's within us. But yeah, I'll be going for the world record. Right now it's 72 miles a day, 3,000 miles. I think it's like 100,000 plus elevation going across. But
Wow.
so the first part is going to be just very extreme and very fun. And you know, with anything, you can never fail if you try, right? And it's just I'm just so excited to get out there and just see people and how I was on my trip. This will be a lot different, but just to get out there and let people know, like, I want them to have that feeling that I gotta feel, like I get to feel, and what I gotta felt during my journey. Everyone deserves that kind of feeling, and it's a feeling that we get to keep, and feelings get passed down lifetimes. It's like I always tell people, you might not know who I am 100 years from now, but you will feel me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Um, so is it Pete Kostelnick's record? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and
So yeah,
it's
what
been ten years.
10 years?
He's had that record for a long time, and it's just kind of crazy how life is. One of my, I think, third or so 100 milers, I actually raced against Pete up at Beast of Burden. So I actually got to see him, and I was watching him just smash Oreos and stuff like that, and I was trying to like do like everything, and he looked like it was like he just glided. I mean, I know that record, but when he went from Alaska to Key West in like 98 days, like he's an animal, and a huge shout out to him and just the ultra world just in general that they opened those doors, because when I see someone do something now, I'm like, this is possible. And that's all it is. It's like Roger Bannister breaking the 4 minute mile. It's like how many people broke it the next year. Like, so
Yeah,
it's cool to have those people do those things and just create different limits and see what we can do.
yeah. So when are you leaving? I mean, I guess I know
Uh,
that, but
we're, we're, we're working on that, in the March,
March.
March or April, whatever aligns well. We still have things to get set in stone, but my body's ready. It's getting the team that my brother-in-law is with me, and we've been doing a lot of stuff, and we got everything, all the details ready, and it's just making sure in that time frame that we're gonna, you know, get after it.
Cool.
So I'm super stoked.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Training wise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's been really well, man. If you're here in Indiana, it's been pretty interesting because we've been definitely. I think this might have been the coldest year we've had in a long time. Like, I
Yeah. It's
can't
been
believe. I
rough,
don't think
man.
it's
Like,
been like the wind chill's been under zero. Like, in the snow. Like, they haven't got all the snow out yet. Like, it's kind of
no,
crazy here,
I've
and
been
it's
having to
people.
I've been having to wear. Oh, go ahead, Cam. Sorry about that.
It's funny because people like when they do this, when you run on the road, I'm like, there's nowhere else to run.
Yeah, I've been having to wear yak tracks, man. Like same thing, and I like the sidewalks are full, so I've been having to run in the like kind of run halfway in the middle of the road. And I know I'm pissing
Hmm.
off all the drivers, but
Hmm.
But yeah, it's been a wild ass winter, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I, I get out there and do what I can. This week's we've been playing a lot, so I've been at least doing 20, 30 miles a day, and I was able to get in a solid week last week, even though I had the flu. So it was nice to actually get the well. I guess it's not nice to get the flu, but to see what I can bounce back with, and I was getting sick for 2 days, and I was able to bounce back and put down almost a 300-mile week. So that was really nice to
Yeah,
know that taking care of myself, that I was able to recover that quickly. Because like you
yeah,
never
that
know,
is, yeah,
because it's like you're thrown up, you can't do anything about that. Like so, it's nice knowing that, and it's like there's nothing you can do about the flu. You're just gonna catch it. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm done. Like I got it for the year, so we're good. I don't have to worry about it again.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully, you get that out of the way, and then you'll be golden for your big run. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's what's been nice about just
that's
taking. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Just
No, no,
nice been
no.
taking care of myself, that you don't really get sick too much like when you do when you're eating healthy and stuff like that. And I was doing fasting, but I cannot fast hardly anymore because I'm already in like a fasted state. I realized that real quick. But when I do take a day off, I do like to do like a 24-hour fast just to let the body really clean itself out.
That's something I used to really be good at. But it's like so hard, I get up, I run to work. It's like if I run fasted, I feel kind of like I'll end up feeling kind of crappy for my run home. So it's like I got to have like
Hmm.
a little bit of something. But so I
Yeah.
do try to do like a 16-hour fast if I don't run. But pretty, I mean,
Yeah.
anymore I run every day now because I that's how I get to work. But so it's been kind of tough fasting and running twice a day. But it
Hmm.
is helpful.
Oh no, it is because like, dude, like any other places, like a lot of people don't. They do a lot of fasting. Like they're not. It's like one of your craziest runners are the people that they're eating like cornmeal stuff and drinking water, like dirty water, and it's crazy. And they don't eat a lot. Like sometimes we eat too much that we don't give our body the ability to recover. Like, and I've learned that it's actually like if I can manage not to eat too late, that I actually sleep a lot better and recover a lot better. But it's like I'm making sure that I'm eating as much as I can because it's like I can't keep up if I don't do that. So it's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
do intermittent fasting though. I give myself about 16 hours a day to just let the body just do what it does. It's impressive what it can rebuild itself, especially with fasting.
So what's the time that you're going for this? The day, I guess days would be.
Uh, we put it as sub 42. I'll put it out so 40 days, but I got my own thing. I know like there's some things you got to keep to yourself, and you know, well, we'll say 40 days, and I got my own thing too. Because just knocking 2 days off it's gonna that'd be a wild thing. But I got my I got my
Yeah,
uh
cool.
I got my number. I got my number,
Cool,
and
man.
I'm just I'm excited to go out there and just just like I said, see what's possible out there. When you are aligned and go out there and when things do come up and see how mentally strong I have become. Like, because out there it really taught me that everything really works out. It really does work out. So having that mindset, you really can do a lot of things. And I felt like I lost that a little bit when I was back home because I don't know, just I don't know if you feel it just feels like crazy right now. I feel like it,
Yeah.
and maybe that's a good thing because it's like the truth is actually coming out. There's so much truth coming out that it's almost hard to swallow. Like some of the everyday people might not know the things that I know that has been going on, and it's hard to see. Like so it's just been a wild thing. It just seems like a really nice time to go out there and get together with people and just be who we are. get together and love on one
Yeah.
another and have fun and enjoy this experience. Like, we can't take anything with us, you know? Like, I always think that, like, the only thing I can take with me is the love I received and gave.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, making a bunch of money is not going to do you any good when it's your time to making the experience and meeting people and like connections are the things that you can take. Like all the other materialistic stuff,
Mhm.
it just doesn't matter, right? Like, it's just nonsense. So totally, yeah, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and people get to keep that too when you leave, you know? They keep that feeling and everything because 'cause they're not gonna think about, and maybe they will if, you know, if you're real rich, they'll think about the money that you passed down. And it's not like I those things I don't look for because, like, you know, I see myself, you know, taking care of my whole family. Like, I don't I see paying my mom everything for my mom and dad off, my grandparents, my sisters, and you know, anything I can influence the community with, you know, TJ, all them, like, to give back, like, because people have given me, I haven't been able to do that, but eventually I will, and I just need a little cool, badass van, and I'm gonna go explore the world on my feet. Like, you know, after this, I want to go see the seven continents. And dude, I ran around the country, so I know I can do it on my feet. So like, I'm gonna go see the world and go show the world that it's no different than, you know, in New Zealand, Iran, all those places. We're just here to experience this. Like, and I always see like a cool little show, you know, like a travel show, travel with Cam, run with Cam or something. And I go out there and run, you know, every day and go see people, you know, something like that. And then I'll probably retire and go live down in a shack and sell Japanese yams because that's like my favorite thing to eat. And I'll just sell those
Hell
and be
yeah.
on the beach and run every morning, you know. And I'm good as long as my community and everybody that's ever been involved is taken care of. And I want to do that. And now I know I deserve that. For a while, I didn't think I deserved that. And if you don't think you deserve that, you're not going to get that, you know. Like, and I finally got to the point like, no, Cam, you earned this. And for some reason, I didn't think that for a long time. And I've been really working on that. Like, you can have this. Like, it's okay. Like, so that's just what my life is gonna be, I guess. You know, and I'm
Absolutely,
happy
dude.
with
You
that.
definitely deserve it, dude.
Hmm. Yeah, I've really been working on that because
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
I'm
man,
excited.
and it's
Uh,
kind of hard sometimes that, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to, you know, ask for things because I'm just learning how to do that.
Man, when you come through Indiana, I'm gonna have to. Are you gonna let people like run with you if they join you,
Oh yeah,
or how?
oh
Like you'll
yeah,
be moving probably
yeah.
pretty quick. Okay, cool.
Well, actually, I'll keep. Because my thing is just persistent patience. Persistent patience. Like, do what I've been doing for training. It's no different. Like, you know, I've easily, you know, done multiple 50 milers, and I could do more, but like, I'm also been, you know, I'm cooking and supplying because I cook all my food. So I'm actually, you know, I had to stop and cook potatoes and do that. So like, once I have that free time, I get to do more running. Like, I want to run more. I know it's wild, but I want to keep going and I want to see those. Like, I loved I loved being out there on the road when I was running around America. I loved doing that running. It's just seeing how far you can go on your feet. Like that's I'm super excited to go out there and do that. Like, to run 15 to 16, 17 hours a day for 40 days. That sounds so fun to me. Like, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah,
And I can't wait to see what that entails. I can't wait to go over the mountains. Like, people say you got to move mountains. I was like, no, I'll climb them. I can go over
yep.
them.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I love that. Yeah, you got me excited, man. My journey will only be hopefully not 10 days, but you've got me really stoked, man, to like take on my own thing. I don't think it's gonna take me 10 days. I don't know. I don't really want to say that either because I mean, maybe I'll get sick or something. I'll my pace will slow up, or I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But
Just go into it with a good mindset. Like, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because like just know this every step. Just be in the every time you're in that step. If you're in that present moment, it all just fades away, and it's like, man, you deserve it, and you wouldn't signed up for it if it wasn't for that, you know. Like, and you're gonna have so much fun. Like, and when you have you know, I have expectations and stuff like that, but I do let those go. Even on the days when I'm out there, I'm just gonna, you know, when we sit in that presence, we really can. You'll be hell. You might. Who knows? You might surprise yourself when you're in in that present moment. And I'm excited
yeah,
for you, man. Because it's
yeah.
like then you'll probably go back out and back out east and go do that thing again.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely on the books too. I think I might go out east and we're gonna redo the Rhode Island thing and then before I go to Tennessee. So I'm
Hmm.
hoping anyway. So it'll be like a nice training run for Vol State. So yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that was
and
like
this
I had a blast doing the Rhode Island run. It was like it was crazy. Yeah.
you got a little taste of what I did, and it's dude, it's addicting. It really
It's a
is. Like just being on the
yeah.
roads, like it's in our blood. Like we're adventurers. Like if people wouldn't adventure out of the caves, we would be still in those damn caves, man. You know,
Yeah.
like if those people didn't when I was running on the roads, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was born at the right place and the right time that I can even do this. Like, you know, 100 years ago, there were no roads. People were not doing this. I think when me and my crew chief Jacob's the one that came up with the route. 1928 was like when they first did the run across. Like that's when it really came from San Francisco. And watching them in the Model Ts and crewing them, it's like, wow, like what if they were doing that and it was like 3,400 miles and they're how were they getting gas for those cars? Like I did. It's like, and you know, look what we have now. We have so much opportunity. I know it seems, yeah. Even with through all the mess, it's like we're really living in a very special moment. Like we have a lot of abundance. It's just for some reason we're being drained dry to experience those things, you know. But we
Yeah.
are living a very, very special time. Like with those abilities to really do what we love to do. Like that, our grandparents and all that. Thank you guys for setting that up. I know other things aren't the way we would like. A lot of stuff is very expensive, but if it wasn't that, it's really nice time to be here.
Yeah. It is cool. Like you can just to your point is like I love getting places on my feet and like you can basically get anywhere like almost anywhere in the world on your feet if you really planned it out right. I think that's just to your point, I think that's
Hmm.
just so cool. So and what a hell of a way to experience a place. Like when you're in your car driving around, you don't see any of this stuff. Like I mean, the guy like my buddy Doug that I ran Rhode Island with, he lived in Rhode Island his whole life. He was like, I have never seen these things. So it's just
Yeah.
like what a beautiful way to, like, experience a place, so
Yeah, and it's like that's what we were born to do. Like God created us to create things. Like we weren't here to just survive. We're here to live through this experience. And God, you know, I know I'm God to me is like all that is. Like it's everything to me. But He's live or whatever that might be lives through us. Like it's experience in itself, you know, through us. And it's like we were meant to that's why if we've put ourselves in a box, we feel so uncomfortable. It's like we weren't meant to sit inside. We weren't meant to be on our phones all day. Like it's hard not to. Like that's
yeah.
my right now the most addicting thing is my phone. It really is. Like it's so easy to be on here. I
Yeah.
even put my thing on black and white. Like so I'm like, "Oh, this is not cool." Like I need to go look at the birds again. Like how are their feet not frozen? Like, how do they not have shoes on? You know, those kind of things.
Yeah,
Like, let me go see what this tree's doing.
dude, 100%, man. My phone has been a problem for me, like, it's something that I'm like, I'll be actively doing it, I'm just like, "This is an issue." It's like I recognize the problem, but then I just keep
Hmm.
scrolling, I'm just like, "Oh my god," like,
Oh,
it's just, like, feeding my brain, like, oh my god,
yeah,
yeah. I'm trying
because
like hell to get away from it.
do the black and white thing, make it like black and white, and it helps so much. Like
Really? Okay.
it's crazy because we look for color because it's embedded us because that's food. Like we're looking, and like it's like why you wake up when the morning sun comes out. Like it raises your cortisol, and light is why Vegas does so well. Like me and my buddies are very big into light and EMF kind of thing,
Yeah.
bad EMFs and all that. But we are very like we look for light. Like and then what's that's just beautiful because it's light. We like the light. It's like the
Yeah.
light within us.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. It's like, and it's like a it's like a dopamine hit too. We're just like
Mhm.
seeing all this, like we're just bombarded with this information, like bright lights and like to your point,
Mhm.
it like makes you feel good for a little bit, and then you put your phone away, then you're just like, oh, I need that again. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
you're looking at the same thing you were looking at before. It's like there's nothing new, and it's like that's why I always tell myself to go out. My best teacher was the silence. You know, when I was out
ooh,
there and just because you actually get a like you get to regurgitate what you've been like what's been in your mind. Like when I listen to podcasts, I'm like, I don't need to instantly go to here and listen to another one. Let me sit with this a while. Like I'm a huge Wayne Dyer guy, and he's like a esoteric kind of guy, but just yeah, really taking in the information they're saying and like really diving in deep. Or when I see something I really like on social media, like something like that really touches my heart, and just sitting with that for a while and trying to do that. But it is difficult because the algorithms are whew, they're good, and
yeah,
it's really like helping the people below us, like instead of like passing those habits down is like telling because kid we need to let them know like hey like these things aren't important, like this is just an expression to put on this this app or whatever, like this is not the most important thing for you, like because it's really probably embedded in those kids, like that's all they know. Like we got really
yeah,
lucky that we had a time we didn't have phones, we didn't even have the internet really, like I remember getting kicked off the internet, mom
yeah,
quit, who called, like I was very like, and they don't know, like, and that was I had more fun then than I do with the phone. Like sometimes I almost feel like throwing it across the water, I'm
yeah.
like, I don't need this anymore. And then I'm like, Cameron, you're strong enough. You need to just not be on your phone.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, and there's been a few times when it's like, I just wanna, like, go back to a flip phone or I don't know.
Hmm.
Like, I wish I didn't have to have this thing, but,
Hmm.
it's hard, but, like, this I think what my plan is I'm gonna try to get my digital diet thing figured out, and my plan is, like, Vol State is gonna be my, like, hard reset for phone because I can't have it on, like, I have to keep the battery, going. You do have to check in every 12 hours. So,
Hmm.
like, you have to, like, text Laz and tell him, like, "Hey, I'm here."
Oh
Like
wow.
yeah, so, so it's like I will have to turn it on for that. My plan is to use Vol State as, like, not so much as, like, a race, but I'm really gonna use that time to, like, be with myself and, like, figure out my own stuff and
Hmm.
get away from, like, all the input from like the outside world, like phone and just like all
Hmm.
this stuff, and just really focus on just like being there right where my feet are. So
Yeah.
that's like my big goal with All State. It's not necessarily a finish line. It's like more of like I'm gonna like try to work some things out too
Yeah.
while I'm doing it.
It's like peeling off those masks that you were given, right? That isn't who you are. It's like, and it's going to be a beautiful experience to be able to do that. You're gonna find the essence of who you are. And then
Yeah.
like once you find that, it's like, and that to me is unconditional love. I'm a big thing with unconditional love, and it's boundless, And it's the ego only runs off fear, but the soul runs off love. So when you
Oh
it's nice to have that kind of connection with yourself. It's like, yeah, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing to be able to see that when you come back, like, oh wow,
yeah.
like it's you're gonna be out there, might cry. I mean, I know a lot of ultra guys know. Like when I watched the Nelk Boys do the 100 miler, I don't know if you watched that, but watching them, like I was like, I know they're gonna cry like at the end because it's like you do, like it's like you somehow proved yourself wrong,
Yeah.
or you stood up to yourself, like because that's what I do now. Like I stand up to myself, like, hey, no. Cam, this is not you. Like you have to like right then and there. Hey, I'll check yourself. Like
Yeah, I mean, like as even as recent as like Jackson County, I had to like kind of do that with myself because like I don't like I'm not like the fastest guy out there or whatever, and I was just like I'm like a back of the packer, and I was just like I started to have like those self doubts, like man, you're so slow, and it's going to take you forever to get this done. It's just like well, time like and I had to like, dude, what are you talking about? Like none of the time does not matter for this. It's
uh
it's the, like it's the what you're learning while you're getting there. It doesn't
yeah.
matter if it takes you 14 hours or 22 hours. It does not matter. That's irrelevant to like what it's all about, anyways. But so
Yeah,
I
and
had to
it's
have that
crazy that
conversation with myself. Yeah,
it's crazy to have that even when the gun goes off, you're already thinking about the time. Like
yeah,
that's why I put my phone down for a while for my runs because it's like I in 50 miles without any device goes so quick. It's so crazy. Like in yeah, it's wild. I'm like, oh my gosh, like 9 hours went by that quick. Like, and it used to. Like when I was a kid, I used to like time used to fly, and now it's like because you're constantly looking at it. You never used to look at time like you. I'm like, I looked on my phone for a thing like, can I turn my time off on my phone so I don't have to see it all the time? Because it's like I feel like it's so like it's going so slow, but
well, man, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait till you start this, dude. I'll definitely be watching and cheering you on. I'm gonna definitely link up with you when you come through Indiana. I wanted to when you're on your homecoming run. I don't know why you couldn't make it that day, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm stoked, man. It's
Yeah,
this is I'm excited.
yeah, and I'm just really grateful for to be able to do these kind of experiences because it's just been really fun, and I've the community behind me. I always think about my run around the country, and really just all the people back at home, and then the people that everybody got to meet along the way. Like I'm just really grateful that I know they spend their hard time and stuff like that to be able to that to take the time to even go out there and see me or give me a meal, give me a fist bump or that. And I couldn't have done it without that. And I think it really shows what we can do when we do come together. And I just want to hopefully shed a different light, maybe that's not been out there before, and have fun while I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm stoked for you, dude. I'm a big fan, and you're you're a good friend. I'm a big fan. Like it's
Hmm.
just been so cool getting to know you. It's Yeah, man, it's been cool getting to know you in real life. Like you were talking about the connections made. Did I ever tell you that me and David Chippy like linked up?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that happened through that run. Like me and David still talk. I mean, how we met up at we like met up at 100 miler last year. So those kind of things are happening because of like connections like that. So I just think that's really cool. But
Yeah. Yeah, and it was cool to actually see people like when I was like go to different states, and then like when I would get on Facebook, they would talk about each other, like talk to each other, and be
yeah,
like, "Oh," and it was really cool when I was like when I was running. Then it was like it was during election, so it was cool to see like because people had thought something a certain way of a Democratic state or Republican state, and then when I went over there, they're like, "Oh my gosh, they're really nice people, huh?" I was like, it's not you got to see the world through your eyes, not through the news. Like right
yeah,
now it's just don't look at it, don't look at it, go
yeah,
out there and see the real world. The real world's kind and beautiful, and the only reason why it's not because they think it's not. I mean, it's not how they only we feel discomfort because it's not the truth of what we're living. It's like that's not how we are. Like people want people here, like everybody just wants to be taken care of, and it just that's it. So
yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. I think once you peel back, like there's like these like superficial layers that we put on ourselves, and like we don't let people see into them. And I think that's just like I don't know if that's just like a way of like protecting ourselves in a way. But it's like once you peel back a couple of those layers of somebody, it's just like oh wow, like we're all just here trying to figure it out, and like we all just want to be loved and like understand and be understood and seen,
yeah.
and I think that's what you said is true, mostly across the board. And I just think that sometimes it takes running around the country or across the state to really like be able to like kind of take those shields down, I guess, and like actually see that.
Yeah.
And then those connections happen. Those people see that with each other, and I think that's profound.
Yeah. Because we're taught separation. We're not born into that.
Yeah, yeah, that's unfortunate. So I think it's cool, like out from the outside looking in. I saw that on like people connecting and like talking and like I use David as an example. Like I would have never have met David from Ohio, Avon, Ohio, if it wasn't
Yeah.
for these connections. So I just think that's so cool. He sent me
Yeah.
he sent me a sourdough starter and like a really good recipe. So so thank you, David.
Yeah, big shout out to him because he was the only one at the finish line. Because like when I finished up in Cleveland, it was Dave. Dave was there since I was finishing there, so it was wild. It was like because when people, it was just like, and it was raining. It was it was raining when I left, and it was raining when I came back. But it felt like it was very powerful because I felt like I was like completely cleaned. Like it was a cleansing thing. Like when I was running through that rain, I was
Ooh,
like, man, I'm finally free. And then like if on my little video that I do post a lot, just because I'm very very proud to be able to share that moment with everybody. But it says keep to the root or something on the thing, and it was my directions, and I was like, it's like I always look back at that because me and John debated on taking it out. I was like, isn't that crazy? Keep on the route. Keep on the route of your life. Keep where you're going. Like it was a powerful message for me. So I just kept that with
ooh,
me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love that,
Yeah. Because
man.
the
Heck yeah.
the universe is always talking to us. We're just not listening.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Man, you're giving me a lot of good stuff to think about, Cam. Every time I talk to you, I have like a few things I need to stew on
Yeah.
after we
Yeah. And
talk. So
yeah. And it's just like I tell people, it's just like I'm just sharing the things that have really resonated with me. I'm just speaking through all the thousands and millions of experiences I've had, and it's just a combination of memories and love together, and it's made me who I am, and I get to express that. So I give thanks to all those moments to be able to have that and share that. So
man, I love that. Heck yeah, man. Well, I do want to ask one question is one last question, I guess. Man, first of all, thanks for coming on. Man, I love you, dude. It's been cool getting to know you at Prairie and on the pod. I mean, in real life. I mean, I don't just know you through the podcast. I saw you last weekend. So, but thanks for coming back on.
yeah.
It's been one of the best. Like, this has been one of my favorite connections I made through running. I mean, I've made a lot of them, like as have you. But I just wanted to ask if you could leave us with some like closing advice for the show, like what would that be?
Mm, I guess for me, that's what's taught me just to be able to let go of things is like, what are you telling yourself that is not who you are, and what are the lies you're telling yourself, I guess, and then the true essence of who we are, where the magic we seek is already within. I think
Ooh,
that's the big powerful message for me.
yeah,
Like, you're right where you need to be. You are right where you need to be, and when you know that, you're going to see where you need to go through that. And that's I've been able to do that lately. Like, it's crazy, the synchronicities were always there, the doors were always there, I just didn't have the eyes to see them.
yeah, man, I love that, Cam. Man, thank you, dude. Thank you for that closing advice. That's beautiful. Um, well, Cam, like I said, it was an honor. I am super stoked for your journey, dude. I know you're gonna have the best time, the best miles.
Hmm.
It'll be cool, dude. Um, so
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody. Thank you. I love you, man. Thank you again to everybody that supports me. Know that I think about it every day. Everybody that talks to me, I try to get to everybody. I love all of you so much. We're here together. Know that we are here together, always, and we can do so much wonderful things together.
Heck yeah, man. Good stuff, Cam. Yeah, thank you for listening, everybody. Give Cam a follow. I mean, you're gonna, man. He's super inspiring. He's on. he's been on some great journeys, great pilgrimages. You're going to love what he's putting out there. So thank you so much, Cam. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And I will see you all next time beyond the finish line.
Yep.